Hey guys, welcome to another video from NZDT Pocket Guide. Today we are with Finding Huggies. You can find him on TikTok at Finding Huggies, or however you can find people on TikTok at.
Yeah, however that works.
So today he's going to be sharing with us his 5 tips for living in a van in New Zealand, because that's what he's currently doing.
Heck yeah, I mean, we're currently climbing a volcano, but we're looking for something else to do because we multitask as content creators. Let's go.
Alright, so tip number 1 when traveling in a van in New Zealand is to find the right place to park at. You can't really park everywhere. You can't really sleep in your van everywhere. So how do you find out where to park?
Absolutely, there's all sorts of fantastic apps. I don't know if I want to plug Campermate.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, Campermate is kind of how I go about my parking places. But just getting creative and talking to locals is probably my favorite go-to, finding the good secret spots to park up.
Using that, you're able to find places to refuel, places to shower, all these kind of good things?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm one of those people who pairs mine with a gym membership. So that's usually where I get my showers, is at the gym. But there's all sorts of backpackers that actually do it the old school way to find hot showers and cold showers and all sorts of resources.
Which company do you use for your gym membership?
So I just switched over to City Fitness because I'm on a budget.
So it's cheaper.
Hey, how are you?
All right.
How are you guys going?
Oh, yeah, good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people today on the Tongariro crossing. All right, so the next thing when traveling in New Zealand in a van is that, well, you end up driving quite a lot.
Yeah.
So how different is it to drive in New Zealand compared to driving in Canada?
I mean, Canada, we're used to really long road trips. So the biggest thing people say when they're driving around New Zealand is it takes a while to get places, which I don't find coming from Canada. My biggest takeaway is the windy roads. So the curves in the roads are a lot of fun to drive, and you just have to take it a little slower than you normally would to make sure you get there safe.
How are you with one-way bridge?
One-way bridges, I'm better now. A year in, I forgot about that. Yeah, one-way bridges, they are, I don't know who came up with that, but they're a lot of fun.
All right, cool. So the next thing when traveling in van in New Zealand is also finding things to do and also trying to stay on a budget, right?
Yeah.
New Zealand can get pretty expensive if you do a skydive every day.
Yeah.
So how do you find out like all the best things to do in New Zealand? And how do you select like which hike you're going to be doing? Like, why did you decide to do the Tongariro crossing today?
Absolutely. I mean, the only reason I decided is you surround yourself with good people, and they made me do it. Help. But the best way to find things to do is definitely NZPocketGuide.com.
So that's a shameful plug. Very shameful. All right. So as we keep on climbing the Devil's Staircase right here on the Tongariro crossing, we're going to keep on trying to ask him a few questions.
Yeah,
before he has a
as
heart
we slowly,
attack.
Lose breath as
All right.
a backpacker that lives in his van and needs to hike more.
So let's talk about the food in New Zealand.
Yeah.
How do you manage for food? Are you usually cooking yourself? Are you eating out? What's the cost of food?
For
Tell
sure.
us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's definitely cheaper if you cook for yourself. My previous van was fitted out with a kitchen. The facilities here in New Zealand are fantastic for traveling around in a self-contained camper van. But unfortunately, that van broke down. People have car troubles. So my current van isn't fitted with a kitchen, and I am eating out a lot more than I'd like. Hence why I'm out of breath on this trek.
So budget-wise, obviously eating out is much more expensive.
Yes, definitely. It was way easier to get by while you get creative with your meals. And it's fantastic when you go pull up to like a self-contained camping site and you end up meeting other people who are also just sitting down with their cookers, and you have a lot of communal meals in beautiful places.
All right, so how long are you spending in New Zealand at the moment?
At the moment, I've been here just over a year, thanks to COVID. Shout out COVID. I was only supposed to be here for 3 months.
Yeah.
What I do on my channel is I travel the world hiding things for people to find, and COVID slowed that down, so I get to enjoy beautiful New Zealand. And I'm very grateful for that, because I wouldn't be on this volcano right now if I left a year ago, would I?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So because you did stay in New Zealand for a little bit longer, you got to discover more about the country. So
absolutely,
what would you say are your like top 3 places to absolutely visit when traveling in New Zealand?
Yeah, my biggest thing, so anytime I travel anywhere, I have a really hard time doing top threes and top destinations because you have different experiences depending on who you go with and what you run into. But definitely get down to the South Island. That was, I think, my favorite part about New Zealand is somebody made me flip a coin and said I had to do the South Island first. Don't skip the South Island. And it was beautiful out there, just finding little nooks and crannies and hidden beaches that aren't really on the map.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So right, so tell people where they can find you, how they can figure out where the hell you are in the world, or in New Zealand at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And see more of you traveling around Aotearoa.
So I'm at Finding Huggy, that's Huggie, on all socials. My biggest platform is TikTok at the moment, but you can find me pretty much anywhere. See you around.
All right, and if you're trying to plan your trip to New Zealand, check out nzpocketguide.com, you know all the good stuff. If you see this video, you know what we do.
Check them out.
Bye-bye. 1, 2, 3, woo!
I fell out of the shot.